Yo, yo, yo. Yo, yo, yo. Okay, let me see. Thinking pets are in the house. Thinking pets. Can you hear me? Thinking pencil. Can you see me? Oh, now you can. That's right. Uh, this is why I do it. I do it for y'all, you know. This is live interaction. Okay. So we got a lot of work to do. It's time to get serious. Taking a little sip of that juice, the hacker juice. It'll rip right through your VPN, you know what I'm saying, dude? Peace out, people, but hope you feel better when you come back in, you know? You're still halfway in the matrix. You gotta break out, you know what I'm saying? Okay. But for everybody else, what are we doing today? We're talking about OrgSec. Dude, we're talking about that OrgSec. This is the OrgSec soundtrack. We're talking about that OrgSec. We got the OrgSec soundtrack in your neck. You're gonna feel the blood flow when your head explode when we teach you how to get your organization on. Oh man. Okay, that's cool. Look at that. I'm on your phone, I'm on your screen, I'm everywhere. Check on your TV, I might be there. But don't worry, there's nothing to fear, because we are here. We got the Crypto Harlem crew, and it's better than ever, because the A to the R to the M and the Y is a project director, and I cannot lie. It's hard to run up there for 11 years, when all you think is the same thing you gotta hear is this and that, rammed into your left ear, but don't worry. You got that fresh stuff coming at you. Yep. We're talking about organizational security today, okay? Thanks for liking the backdrop, yo. You know what I'm saying? I thought we were talking about the headlines. Because the headlines get in your minds, you know what I'm saying? And you get stuck in those lines and you can't break out. So, Crypto Harlem live stream, we've been doing this series for a long time, a couple of weeks now, and it's the Get Ready, Stay Ready. Or I like to call it the GRSR. Okay? And there's a lot of changes happening. A lot of things every day, every week, and more are going to come. And it's important that you stay safe as a person, and you stay safe as an organizer, and you stay safe in your private secure group, and you stay safe in your public out there group. But the most important thing is that your group has some kind of level of safety. And that's what we call OrgSec, with the O to the R to the G to the SEC, okay? Like Wu-Tang taught us, protect your neck, okay? But I need to teach you how to do that. The first step of organizing security, maybe we'll try to switch the track up. Because this track gets me so amped. Okay. OrgSec, lesson 1 in the house. Are you ready for it? OrgSec lesson 1 is data retention. Data retention. Data retention. Okay? That's how long you hold your data for. Because the data is delicious, you know what I'm saying? It's like fresh food. It's like mama's favorite recipe and home cooking. It feels good. But when you leave that data around, that plate of food don't smell so good. And you leave that data around for even longer and starts to rot, it don't look so good. And then you leave the data around even longer and it turns to poison. And then they leave the data around even longer and you're retaining it and that poison just fills everything. A good analog I always like to bring up is imagine somebody sneaks into your crib, get through the door, sneak through the window, and they're like, I'm about to rob this joint. And then they open it up and every room is just empty. And they go through the living room, it's empty. They go through the bedroom, it's empty. Even the flat screen TV just says the word empty on it. And they're like, what is going on here? And this little note that's like, we only retain furniture, objects, and jewelry for 3 days. And you just got here too late, dog. That's data retention. What is that? It's data retention. Retain your data. No. So how do we actually practice this? Because I've seen a lot of people try to do this the wrong way, okay? You need a policy, and I recommend one that's drafted or reviewed by, or seen at least by, a lawyer. But if you don't have a lawyer, all you have is the lying times lawyer. You can say draft a data retention policy that would pass low level, we'll just say would pass legal review for my organization. I'm concerned about where we store our cloud, our files in the cloud, and our email and private messages that are not encrypted. Who are you talking to, Matt? Who are you talking to? Is that Claude? Is that our homie Claude? Yeah, you know that Sonnet 3.7 was built for a reason. Might as well use it. Sonnet 3.7. Whoa, back at it, baby. Sonnet 3.7. This is Claude. Claude.ai from Anthropic. It's the battle of the different type of weird CEOs. Okay, so like, what's that look like exactly, right? What are we exactly doing right here? Yo, Sonnet 3.7. So listen, Claude has a bunch of different engines, you know what I'm saying? They got 3.5 the Haiku, fast model for daily tasks. It's kind of pull out. This is a 3.7 job, yo. Let's go. I'll create a data retention policy draft that addresses your concerns about cloud storage, email, and unencrypted private messages. This will allow standard legal requirements while being customizable to your specific organizational needs. Thanks, Claude. I'm going to give you $0 for this. I know you think you're human, but you're not. I'm going to drop the prompt in the chat in case you want to do this with me. Do you pay for Claude? You live in that Sonnet 3.7 life? Here we go. This is a sample prompt. This is a sample prompt. What? I'm very concerned about AI replacing artists, you know? I never want that. But if AI replaced lawyers, you know what I'm saying? I was like, oh, damn. I'm just kidding. That's a joke. Don't replace my dreams. Even, yeah. I might want to partake in market things. Don't worry. I got the back markets. So let's see what we got here. Okay, let's go through this one. And I'll make sure, in case you're interested in this one, that we put it up for you in the Crypto Harlem docs. This is a AI generated data retention policy for an organization. Prompt response. Let's go. Sample data retention policy. I want anyone with the link. Anyone with the link. What do you think? Yeah, this with the world now. It's a data retention policy, and it'll tell me if you don't retain yet. How long do I keep my data for? And I would say, don't keep it more than 4 hours. But that's hard to live up to. So, yeah, try to keep your data for as short as possible. Financial data, if you're living in America, it'll you keep financial data for like 7 years. You know what I'm saying? But here it is. Here's our sample data retention policy in this really ugly URL. Don't worry, I got you. It's moments like this that reduce the big to believe. What do you know about Bruce Lee? What do you know about Brandon Lee? What do you know about Lee Iacocca? What do you know about Bitly? What do you know about Bitly? What do you know about Bitly? Okay, hold on a second. Time to pull out my mobile phone so I can get this password. My password manager that's double encrypted and also end-to-end encrypted and also offline and also in another dimension and also part of the multiverse. No one's getting this password. This password is in 1Password, but the 1Password to my password is just a link to my KeyPass. And then in my KeyPass, it's just the link for where to find the password and database file from KeyPass X. And then once you get into KeyPass X, you gotta put in the secret code. And then you're 20 years later older, so you don't even want the password. That's how it works. See, that's the genius behind my password policy. Okay, yeah, no, I'm gonna have to change this. Okay, so right now I'm changing my Bitly password. I spared you the details. It's really ugly. But I'm about to give you a shortened link to that AI prompt. Okay? Reset your password because you forgot your password. Actually, they changed their policy. My password doesn't need it anymore. Put my password in, please. These simple guitar riffs, they really get your boy amped. I'm about to retain some data, for 4 hours, never longer. sample data retention policy. What do you guys want to call this link? Just AI data retention policy? Sound good? What do you think about this? AI data retention policy. Does that sound memorable? It's just like to the point. I guess that's what we're gonna go with. Somebody stop me. You got 6 seconds. All right, we did it. Come on, the water's fine. Follow your boy. bit.ly/AI data retention policy. And when you go there, we're going to take this Claude thing, we're going to copy it, and then we'll drop it in. All right, let's do it. Let's look at it together. So many have asked for this. Okay, let's go through it. This is the Google Doc version. This data retention policy establishes guidelines for the retention and disposition of data created, received, maintained, or transmitted by organization name in the course of its operations, with particular attention to cloud storage and implementation of private messaging systems. This policy applies to all data regardless of format, including electronic records, physical documents, data stored in cloud environments. It covers all employees, contractors, consultants, temporary workers, and other agents who create, receive, maintain, or have access to organizational data. That's a big scope. That is a good, that scope. That scope flows. Wow, tastes so good. Let's know about that scope, yeah. Know about that scope. This is classic. This is the kind of scope that make your breath smell minty. Do you know what I'm saying? Do you know what? Do you understand that? Did you get that one? Yeah, you know it. Okay. So, roles and responsibilities. Departmental managers or designated individuals who have operational responsibility for specific data types. Data custodians, IT personnel, system administrators, also maintaining systems that store. Data protection officer oversees data protection strategy implementation to ensure compliance with regulatory requirements. Legal counsel provides guidance on legal retention, requirements and reviews legal holes. All staff qualified adherence to this policy for all data within their control. Data classification, public data information that can be freely disclosed on the public, no adverse implications. Data retention period, 1 year after last use. The public's always using it. We keep renewing the year. Public data stays public forever. Yay, free data. Get out of here, data, you're free. Internal use data, information intended for use within an organization only. Retention period, 3 years after last use. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to change some of these numbers. So this number here, it's like retention period after last use. It doesn't really matter. And I would say, let's keep the public data renewing every 3 months, okay? Because last use is just constantly going to be used, so it's public, okay? Our internal use data intended for use only within the organization. Let's keep that for 18 months. Confidential data, sensitive information that could cause damage if improperly disclosed. Five years after last use, unless otherwise specified. Like, we're gonna bring that in, say 9 months. Restricted data, highly sensitive information, subject to special handling requirements. Retention period 7 years after last use or as required by law. And that would be like financial data. Okay, that's like, you know what I'm saying? So what we're doing now is like, that feels better to me. Now, you could make changes here as necessary. So let me highlight the parts that you need to change. I'm gonna highlight the part you need to change because when you see a document like this, where time it can't be strange, you don't know what to do, you feel deranged, and then you think, yo, I don't wanna face the firing range? Firing squad, I don't know. Firing range. Get out of here. Dude, stick to the hacking, please. Oh man. I know. So then we're gonna keep doing this. We're gonna drop that on them. Boom. Actually, background color. Drop that on them. Did I do that right? Oh, that looks all kinds of messed up. Oh, there we go. I feel like that looks too subtle. I need something darker. Oh yeah, there you go. That's, no one's missing that. So you know what parts you need to change to yourself. I just make them right. The name of your org, the policy times, everything else is designed to be templated. You know what I'm saying? Don't throw out that IRS data, you know what I'm saying? Keep that junk for 7 years. Cloud storage requirements. Only organizational approved cloud storage services with appropriate security controls may be used for organizational data. Currently approved services include stressor.com and or end-to-end encrypted cloud services that are zero knowledge. Let's just get rid of this part. End-to-end. You know, look at that. When's it end? I don't know when. Tell a friend. Yo, that's just end-to-end. Don't know nothing. Zero knowledge, you know? Zero proof, you know what I'm saying? 0, be a hero. Don't let your staff see you where your keys at. 0, the whole situation. Be the hero. Zero knowledge is the only way for that. Zero situation with the 0. Zero proof is when you drink it, you don't get. Okay, let's see what else we got here. By the way, y'all, tell me if this is exciting. Is this exciting as it is for me, as it is for you? Because, you know, if you don't like it, tell me what we do. I will get like, I need to find, I'll change the track out. Just change the track out. The music video for this is just the bass player never looks like they belong in the band. The only one who can't mess up is the bass player. Then you get the guitar players just like, these riffs don't even need to make sense. And then the drummer way in the back with the drum equipment also looks like they're not in the band. They're just a different person. Like they were just on their way to like a parking lot and just grab two sticks. That's every rock band for you. There we go. Royalty-free beats. This buildup is crazy. Blows my mind. Woo. We're doing it on the fly. Doing a whole data retention situation on the fly. This link is available to you at bit.ly/AI data retention policy. Don't say you didn't have it. Don't say we would do nothing for you, okay? Woo! This will be like Google Drive, shared drives, and my drives. With data regions and access transparency. Preferably Google workspaces that have client-side encryption turned on. Preferably Microsoft 365. If you use Microsoft stuff, what's it? Azure Rights Management for protecting emails and attachment. Preferred vendors include virtual.com. This part you can leave. I don't want people to think they can't leave it. Okay? Data location and sovereignty. All cloud data must reside in specific countries and regions to ensure compliance with relevant data protection laws. Very true. All confidential restricted data must be encrypted both in transit and at rest. Encryption key must be managed according to the organization's key management policy. Minimal encryption standard AES 256 or equivalent. Multi-factor authentication required for all cloud service access. Role-based access controls may be implemented. Access rights must be reviewed quarterly. Backup and recovery. Cloud data must be backed up according to the criticality of the information. Recovery testing must be performed at least authority. Email retention. Standard retention policy. 2 years is wild. That's too much. 12 months. At least, y'all. Lower is better, okay? Lower is always better. See what stakeholders can tolerate. You can always change it. If there's a legal hold, it's retained until the hold is released. Duh. We don't break laws around here. We make laws around here, and we never violate the rules. Unless we choose. Oh, you can hear us now? Bagel Butt says, the music is cool. Bagel Butt says, thank you, aircraft carrier to you. Jathan Pezzer always rocks with Claude after ChatGPT jacked up the DIY. Oh my, makes me want to cry. Had this whole plan was a heart in my eye, and then a tear ended up falling because ChatGPT be ignoring the prompts. Little AI humor for you. But seriously, don't use GPT for them. Off topic. There is no topic. We discussed this before. I can't remember which service you said was the best for personal data removal. Was one of them Canary, Copilot, and Delete Me, and Incogni, and Optory, and Easy Opt Out Me, and Privacy B, and like, oh, what's up, my homie D, and like, which is the service I should use? I would say it depends on your budget. I'm kind of biased, and I like Canary, but I will tell you there's some stuff that's like a little annoying about them. If you're inside the United States, I mess with Canary. They're just trying to do their best, you know what I'm saying? They're just trying. They're out here trying so hard, you know what I'm saying? So props to them, you know, they care about your privacies. This, you know, the new kids, you know what I'm saying? Female CEO, woman in the boss chair, you know what I'm saying, making it happen. How can I not root for Canary.com? But I will say, Incogni and Optory, you know that meme where somebody's walking by, the girl's walking by, and the other person's looking back, and then the other girl's like, what? That's like I'm holding hands with Canary, but I've been looking at Incogni and Optory, you know what I'm saying? What? But if you don't have money like that, for 20 bucks, you can't go wrong with easy opt-outs. EasyOptouts.com. If you care more about your coffee than you care about your privacy, EasyOptouts.com. If you care more about, like, you know, what your pizza delivery instead of your privacy, EasyOptouts.com, 20 bucks. I mean, come on, you can't go wrong. A year? What? 20 bucks a year? What? Such a great deal. So there you go. You know what I'm saying? So we're here for you. If you got a question, drop it in the chat. If you see this on Twitch, drop it in the chat. If you're joining me on Facebook, guess what? Drop it in the chat. If you're using X, it used to be called Twitter, totally different instructions. Drop it in the chat. Okay. Canary is like 200 bucks. So like something around like 179 a year. Just tell yourself it's 200. Just add a zero, you know? Add a zero to the end. Just keeps it simple. And if you got it like that, you really care about privacy. You care about privacy more than your home or your rent. You care about privacy more than that new grill you had ordered. Cancel all those things. And then maybe you can afford $5,000 a year for bright lines. They ain't cheap, baby. They ain't cheap, baby. My homie said, you know what you could get? You could get fast, you could get good, or you could get cheap. You can't get all. You only get 2 out of 3. You know what I'm saying? So if you want cheap, you're either gonna get. Oh wait, no, I said that wrong. I gotta rethink that one. Oh, let's get back to the document. All corporate emails will be automatically archived after X months. The recommendation is 12 months. Archived emails will be stored in specific storage location. Okay, hold on. Let me edit this. The recommendation is 12. Specific storage location? Question. Drop a think emoji. Yeah. What? Drop a think emoji. When you don't know what you think, you're trying to say something without saying something. Put the think emoji. Yeah. Archive emails will be subject to the same security controls as active emails. You know, I'm going to add a period here. 54. Take it back to Claude. Oh my Lord. Do you have the internet through a modem that has high baud? Please provide an email deletion and destruction point as 54. I'll add an email deletion destruction section 54. Look at this. Claude is doing it, baby. Just injected it right in there. I've added the 54 on email deletion and destruction of the policy. The new section addresses requirements for permanent deletion of emails that have reached the end of their retention period, verification that emails are completely removed from all systems, including archives and backups, and documentation required for the destruction process, audit procedures to ensure deletions are working properly, special handling for emails containing personally identifiable information, and requirements for third-party email services to confirm that the email's been destroyed. We got a whole 54. We're about to dump that sucker in there now. Switch it back to the dock. Switch it back to the dock. And I'm not talking Doom. I'm talking this document. It's gonna save the whole situation. If you were on vacation or you came late and you don't know what I'm saying, maybe you weren't privy to the conversation, but guess what? I'm gonna relay it. We have a document retention policy. We've been working on it. Okay. Emails that have reached the end of their retention policy but will must be permanently deleted. Deletion processes. Deletion policies must include removal from all active systems, archives, and backups. Technical methods must ensure emails cannot be forensically recovered. Destruction logs must be maintained, documenting data destruction, categories, email destruction. I'll put this here. This is additional work. This is additional work and can be removed. It's a best practice to keep. Quarterly email system audits must verify deletion processes are functioning properly. Let me add that into this comment too. Delete that. Private messaging and comms. Approved messaging platforms. Only organizationally approved messaging platforms may be used for business communications. Currently approved system. List approved system platforms. List of system platforms. But we already know that we're gonna have to hand it to your boys. Signal, private messaging on mobile devices. Signal, private messenger on laptops and computers. Encryption requirements. End-to-end encryption is required for all confidential restricted communications. Messaging contains sensitive information may not be sent via unencrypted channels. Business-related messages will keep for 4 weeks. Keep it for 4 weeks. Keep it for a whole 30 days. Keep it for 1 month. Messages containing decisions or commitments. 3 years minimal retention. Tend to turn those years to weeks because I don't have much time for this. Messages subject to regulatory requirements as required by applicable regulations. Know the laws, stick to the laws, stay out the bars. And I don't mean the ones that serve alcohol, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Do you understand? I'm really doing this on the fly. This is what it's like. You should see me, this is me before I even had my lunch. You should see me when I had that vegan pizza. Next time I'll be doing some live coding. Personal devices. Use of personal devices for business messaging requirements, enrollment, legal holds, no holds barred, baby. This whole section is like, what can you do, man? They got me. We know you're in there. We know you're in there. Come out with your documents up. You've been legally withheld. Let me tell you, legal hold don't feel like mama's hugs, okay? Legal hold says you can't, we watching you, you can't touch nothing anymore. Don't get legally held. It's like a jiu-jitsu. Just kidding. I'm up. Oh, knocked myself out for a second there. Yeah, that's jiu-jitsu, man. Isa. Let's go. Jiu-jitsu dude said to Isa, if my instructor's name was Lisa, cut me up in a legal hold after the jiu-jitsu hold. And when that took hold, I saw the KO. Eyes rolled up to my, I thought I was on the yayo. But it was actually that I was dreaming of a day-o when I knew jiu-jitsu beat Lisa. Oh man, why do you choose to watch this? Thank you so much. Appreciate y'all. Thank you. Really, thank you. Data disposal can specify the months. When you take the trash out, baby. Deletion methods must render data non-recoverable. Approved methods. Specify my methods. Specify my methods. Specify my methods. These should match what you do. I'll give you examples. For example, manual and automated, non-interactive, fully destructive methods. Physical media, take that to the shredder, yo. Physical destruction required for media containing confidential restricted data. Certificate of destruction must be obtained and retained. That is extra work. This can be removed. It is extra work. No one likes to work because it makes them feel like they're a jerk. And then they're like, oh man, I'm not a good one. I'd rather be home watching Turk 84 about spray paint and graffiti and hip hop. Look it up, it's a good one. Turk 182 from 1985. Jimmy, the brother of a disabled firefighter who uses graffiti to fight the city. Turk 182. Did you watch the movie Turk 182? Do you know what I'm talking about? Are we gonna stop this whole thing to watch a Turk 182 trailer while we're trying to build a data retention policy? You know we are. Turk 182. What happens when white people do graffiti? What are you talking about? I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about. We're about to take a break, y'all. Have to take a break for Turk 182. Check this out, y'all.
Timothy Hutton is taking his story to the people. He asked the authorities for justice.
You can't just walk in and see the mayor.
Oh, Mr. Mayor, what about my brother? Hey, shut up.
But they wouldn't listen.
Turk is risking his life to make sure that this message is heard.
Turn that TV off. I gotta have your ID now. Go get it.
Now, they can't ignore him. He's bringing authority to its knees.
Did the mayor try to shoot the graffiti artist?
Timothy Hutton in Turk 182.
Yo, in case you're wondering how dope this movie is. What? Do you see the straw? Dude, man, with the black shirt? Is that a death punk band shirt? I think it is. Dude, you got a briefcase? Oh, I see. That's
Our next film, Turk 182, is embarrassingly bad. A laughably improbable story of a young man whose firefighter brother is wronged by the city of New York, so he goes on a rampage to embarrass the mayor of New York, and we're supposed to root for him. Well, this film is so stupid, I ended up rooting for the mayor. Timothy Hutton, normally a serious young actor with good taste in movies, plays the put-upon young man who has seen his brother rescue a little girl in a fire and get injured. But when Hutton files for a claim for hospital damages for his brother, the city finds out that his brother's been drinking before he saved the kid. That's against fire department regulations, so they won't pay him a cent. And that leads to Timothy Hutton confronting no less than the mayor of New York at an impromptu press conference.
Mr. Mayor, somebody's life is at stake here.
Yeah.
All right, right, son, let's have it. What's it about?
My brother, he's a fireman, and he got hurt in fire. And, he can't work anymore. And the city won't help him out. Nobody will listen.
Wait a minute, let me get this straight now. You're telling me that they are ignoring the rights of a fireman of this city who was injured in the line of duty? That's not possible.
No, that's what happened. Yeah. I mean, he was off duty. You know, we were at Hooley's. He was drinking when the kid came in and said there was...
Drinking? Wait a minute, drinking?
I mean,
what are you talking about?
the whole building was on fire, and Terry's the only one that was around who came in and...
You come waltzing in here with a sob story about a drunk?
Wait a minute, he ain't no drunk. My brother is not a drunk.
You go home, and you take a shower, and you comb your hair, and you think about it. Let him go.
Now, no mayor is going to act like that much of a jerk. I mean,
Whoa. Now, come on now. Have you met Eric Adams? Have you, though? Oh, no. Whoa. Turk 182. Turk 182. Turk 182. Turk 182. Turk 182. Turk 182. What are you gonna do when the mayor comes for you? You were drinking at Hooley's. My brother's no drunk. I was drinking at Hooley's. No one was around, and that kid was on fire. It was our desire to free a toddler from burns. And we learned that the city don't care when your back is broken. What mayor would do that, Adams? Excuse me. Back to the document. Can't do this all day. Back to the document. We're almost done. You still with me? Big Up says it's 81 degrees. Hope you want to look at that. You could be outside in the Northeast, 81-degree weather. It's like summer, chef's kiss, but instead you're inside with the boy watching this. Or maybe you're watching the stream poolside, you know? Crypto Harlem says, are you brushing your teeth? Turn off your phone. Remember, turn your phone off every day, even for a second, okay? All right, let's get back to it. Because I need to start drinking at Hooley's, man. You guys are preventing me from getting to Hooley's so I can drink. You're telling me that there's a young fireman who's... Comb your hair, kid. That's what they tell all the hackers. Comb your hair. So you get the idea, you know, annual audits will be constructed to ensure compliancy with this policy. Audit results will be reported to senior management. This requires work and can be removed. It can. It really can. All data retention and disposal activities must be documented. Let's just get this whole part in here. Keeping it compliant. Keeping it compliant but lazy. Policy exceptions. Exemptions to policy must be approved by the president of the organization and their entire family and their best friend and their cat. Temporary exemptions must include an expiration date and redemption plan. This requires work and can be removed. We're almost done, yo. Thanks for coming to the party. I think we got to get a special track just for being almost done. Okay, you're like, what are you doing, Gemini Matt? Why did you stop typing? Were you drinking at Hooley's? Wait, are you hanging out with Turk 82? Is that what this is about? All right, time to bring in some of that country funkin' rockin'. This is for the last mile. This track is to help us get there. This policy will be reviewed annually and updated as necessary to reflect changes in business needs, regulatory requirements, or best practices, applicable laws and regulations, related organizational policies. This part can be removed. It requires work, and we lazy. We just did it, y'all. We did it. We're done. We did it. We did a whole data retention policy. Everyone can use it. It's open source. Please provide licensing to show this document is copyright free, open source, and Creative Commons with the most loose restrictions around editing and ownership and changes. Sick. Oh, sick. Sick. Look at that. Claude is writing stuff, and then wait a second, I'm gonna rewrite that stuff. Wait, I'm gonna rework that. Now we're gonna just add this licensing section right here. Right before approvals. We got to drop the licensing. Yeah, that looked ugly. What do you have? Yeah, someone vomited on the page. What was that about? That looks gross. Let's go here. Approval. Boom. Oh, also looks gross. Let's try this. Okay, licensing is 13. This document is dedicated to the ones I love, public domain under the Creative Commons 0.1. Under this dedication, the creators waive all copyright and related rights to the work under copyright law. No warranty. Remove if you wish. We want to let you know you can use that, edit, delete, or change this document to your heart's content. Viva Creative Commons. Feel free to take this template and do as you wish, 100%. Did you see what we just did? Did you see what we did? Egelbach, did you see what we did? Yeah, Elixir, did you see what we did? You know what I'm saying? Big thing pencil. Did you see what we did? Rootsman Chin, I know you saw what we just did. Rootsman, when you take a man and you connect him with your roots, while people stay irie, you know what I'm saying? But don't tell them, don't say I did nothing for you, because we made an AI data retention policy. With the bit to the LY, we did an AI, data retention policy. Come get it when you're ready because it's right out of the oven. We got some questions. What's going on in the Chizak? Good work, says Rootsman. When you get a good work from Rootsman, that makes me feel like I can hear the babies in the future celebrating that one. You did it, baby gut. Dear Alexa, we did it. All right, y'all. That's all we got for today. But organizational security is all about like data retention policy, encrypting, they say. Don't keep no data longer than a mom's delicious meal. You know what I'm saying? When your partner's in the kitchen sweating it out, putting all that love in your food, eat it while it's hot, then throw out the trash.